Okay. I think I'm in the middle. Are we filming? Okay, we good, we good. All right. All right, so we have another new setup, and I'm actually more excited about this one other than like my hair probably gonna light on fire, but it's cool. Or my new bear. I forgot what I was gonna say. So it is Thursday night, and I just realized, so I'm leaving on Saturday, and I said that I'd put up a video on Saturday, but I'm going to Tennessee, so can't really do that if I'm in Tennessee. But this is going up on a Saturday, so I'm gonna show you our new surroundings. Other than it being really dark, I kind of am loving this, so we're probably gonna get another lamp or something so the lighting is better. Like, the behind the scenes stuff is just doing the most, to be honest. Like, but I got a setup that I like, so I'm really happy. We got some cute little candles over here. This is my new Build-A-Bear. He's very, very cute. I got him today. He's a little Christmas Build-A-Bear with little Christmas PJs on. I have a bald spot and I'm really like conscious about it right now. Anyway, so we have my chalkboard. I just brought it downstairs to the basement and it's super duper dark down here and I am so sorry about that. But like I said, we're gonna figure out the lighting. It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. This is Steve. He's an alpaca made out of real alpaca fur. He's from Peru. And I did not go to Peru. This is from Missions Week, so I supported a missionary and got a cute little alpaca. This is that super cute mug that I had in my last vlog, and since it's going up on Saturday, I put the days till Christmas. Did I just swipe? Okay, no, we're good. I put the days till Christmas on Saturday on it. So it's super cute. And every Saturday until Christmas, I'm gonna have this set up, and then I'm gonna change it again. Probably in like February around Valentine's Day. That's what that holiday is called. Then we have the chalkboard, which I already talked about. And then this is my little friend. You probably didn't even see him. My little snowman friend, and he's very cute as well. We're gonna clean up this space, and it's gonna look a lot better for future videos. But for now, let's get into a story time. I was thinking, what's a video that I can do last minute? Because I wasn't planning on putting one up till Saturday. Then it hit me. I've had a really crappy work life. I've worked in a lot of places. The best story I probably have from a workplace is when I worked at a movie theater. And I'm not gonna say the name of the movie theater, but if you know me, you definitely know what experience I'm talking about. It was pretty much the worst job I ever had. I really liked who I work with, but I had this one boss and he was super passive aggressive. Like, we will call him George, because his first name's, never mind. Keeping it anonymous, friends, keeping it anonymous. So, we'll call him George. And George was super passive aggressive, and he was like the main boss, but there was several different managers. He was just like the guy who owned the theater pretty much. And I just realized I didn't put lipstick on. It's fine. You accept me anyway, right guys? We're fine. It's fine. Where even was I? Bear with me, people, because it wasn't that long ago, but it was a while ago, okay? George. Okay, we're talking about George. George was like the main manager of the whole place. Like, he was the main dude. And he was the kind of person who would like not tell you that you're doing something wrong and be super passive aggressive, which is like my biggest pet peeve. Like, girl, if I am doing something wrong, you need to just come to me and tell me so I can fix it. So it like, oh my gosh, it was so annoying because he would just be super passive aggressive and not tell you that you're doing something wrong. And so for like the longest, I was doing what pretty much everyone else did, which was like when we had a half-hour lunch break, especially when there was a lot of like really busy movies happening, everyone would get food from the concession stand because we got a discount because we worked there. And so everybody would get their food first and then go clock out, because that makes the most sense, because I'm clocking out to eat, not to sit in a line and get my food. And I had done that for the longest and no one said a word to me about it. And like pretty much everyone else did it too. I mean, this was the pretty much like the straw that broke the camel's back, essentially, because there's a bunch of other crap that happened too. Actually, you know what? Let me talk about some of that first. Let's just touch on some of that. It's kind of important. I'm really bad at telling stories, so story times might not be my forte, but if you like it, let me know. It's fine. It's whatever. Not everyone can be a good storyteller, okay? I am so ADD. Okay, here we go. Here's one example. So I work in a box office, right? Like I worked in the box office, and that's like where it's really freaking cold. And so you're sitting down in the box office like freezing, and you have to basically like you give people their ticket, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know how to do refunds because nobody taught me how to do refunds. And it was like a really hard process. And someone had like kind of briefly run through it with me, but I never really fully understood how to do refunds, right? So this old lady comes through. I don't remember what happened. There was some reason she needed a refund, and it was like super complicated, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I messed something up, and I think the refund didn't go through or something. And so he comes in, and I was like really nervous to tell him because, like I said, he's super passive aggressive. And so I told him, I was like, oh, hey, like I think I messed up this refund. And this is exactly what he would do. Literally, the guy would start pacing back and forth, like just pacing back and forth super fast, and like kind of getting angry, but trying to not be angry. Like I'm pretty sure he had anger issues, and he was just trying to keep them like on the DL. And he would always go like, oh, okay, like trying to sound like happy, but he would have like his eyes would be like this big. He'd be like, oh, okay, it's fine. And he'd do this really creepy fake smile. He'd be like, oh, no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. No big deal. It's not even a big deal. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It was so frightening. Like, it was so scary. I can do aggressive. Like, if you're mad at me, just tell me. But I can't do passive aggressive because I don't know how to act.
Like, are you mad? Or, like, is it okay? Is it really fine? Because it really doesn't seem like it's fine.
It was very stressful. Girl, I keep getting real nervous about these candles back here. That was just like one example because there were several more examples of that. And he would be like really weird about me asking off and stuff. And I was like, girl, I am a pastor's kid. I kind of need off on Christmas Eve. It's kind of important. Like just little stuff like that. And so he would let things build up before he yelled at you. And it was like really frightening. Like he would just let things build up and then he would explode. And it was really scary. Okay, wait, let me make sure we're still filming. I'm a little nervous. Girl, I've been filming for 9 minutes. How? What? Okay, so like I was saying before, everybody would always clock out after they got their food for their break, right? And so I did this one time, and basically, so I come back from my break and it had been like a little bit, I don't know how long, it had been like a little bit. And so basically after my break, I was supposed to go clean some of the theaters. And so I come back from my break and I had done what I always did. I clocked out after I got my food. I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't even think it was a problem. And so I'm in the back, I come back out and he has the binder that has like all of the theaters that need cleaned and what time they needed cleaning. So I was like going up to get the binder from him and he was like, oh, you know what, no, like doing his creepy smile again, right, with the wide eyes. He's like, no, it's fine. You know what, I'll clean the theaters. You go wait in the break room till I get back. I'm like, I knew all hell was about to break loose and I was so freaked out. And so, like he lets me sit in there for a solid half an hour, right? I am sitting there for half an hour wondering what's going on. Like I literally had no idea what was going on and I was so freaked out because he was obviously kind of mad and I didn't understand why, which was super scary. And so I'm sitting in there and like during this time I got a call from my current job, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, so I'm not going to. But I got a call from my current job before I had the job. And they're like, hey, like we really like you. We want to give you a second interview. Like, and this is like in the middle of my turmoil and I was super nervous. They're like, yeah, we really want to give you a second interview. We think you're going to be really awesome for the job. And I'm like talking super quiet because I was in the break room. Like I would not have answered the phone if it wasn't them. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so great. And in my mind, I'm like, does this mean I can leave this job that I have now, please? They come in there. They actually, first, they came in while I was on the phone. And he did this thing where he like comes in and he looked at me on the phone. He's like, oh no, obviously she's busy right now. Like she's busy. It's fine. It's fine. So he leaves. And this poor manager following him around, like I was friends with her and she was like rolling her eyes at him. Like,
I cannot believe this guy's being so rude right now.
So I get off the phone. I'm like, hey, like I really have to go, but I'll call you back after. And I'm so excited. Like I really hope I get to work with you guys. So I got off the phone and they come back in like another 10 minutes later. So he goes, he comes back in and he's like, do you know why I asked you to sit in here while I cleaned the theaters for you? I was like, not really. And he goes, oh, well, I figured that since you think that you can just sit around while people do your job for you, that I would just let you sit in here while I clean the theaters for you.
Wait.
So this guy is getting real sassy with me at this point, and I was really upset because I was like, girl, literally everyone else does this. Why am I the one getting the butt of this when literally everyone else who works there does this? Everyone. Like, he's being so sarcastic and really rude. Like, I kind of blocked out half of what he said, to be honest. He said a lot of stuff. That was like just one of the many things. And he goes, so after this long spiel, basically I was ignoring him because I was like, what? You think you can talk to me like that? Like, who do you think you are? Like, I don't care if you're my boss. You're not supposed to be rude like that. Like, it's one thing to tell me that I'm doing something wrong, but to straight up be rude is like totally unacceptable to me. Like, I don't care who you are. You don't talk to anyone like that. So he finishes this long spiel, probably a good 20 minutes. He's just talking to me and literally insulting me and being super rude. And he finishes with,
how do you think I should handle this?
Like, actually, I just got a call from someone who wants to hire me for a job that I really want. So you know what? Here's how we can handle it. How about I leave? How about I just leave?
He's like,
Oh, so you just want to leave without your 2 weeks notice? You just want to leave and leave your work and the rest of your schedule to everyone else?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's not exactly how it went, but essentially that's the rundown. I was just really upset and I was like, I'm not gonna stay here. Like, you think I'm gonna stay here after that? Like, you are delirious, friend. You are delirious. Yeah, that was a very small portion of my experience working at a movie theater. There's like a lot of other stuff that happened, and I can go into some of it later. Like, we've had a lot of crazy stuff happen there. Like, there was a lot of stuff leading up to this that made me want to quit. Like, I had my first anxiety attack there. The job I'm at now, I absolutely 100% am in love with my job. Like, I love it. I love my job. It's great. I've never loved a job this much. So it is fantastic. And it's just proof that when God closes the door, he opens a window. Yeah, that's my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like story times, give it a thumbs up. And I will make sure to bring some more in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if this is super long. I'm probably gonna start editing it now. But I love you guys so much. So goodbye, friends.